Hey Brad, this is your video on how to make the spring tighter in your little flintlocks. So, firstly, you have to take off all the hammer stuff and get into the stuff underneath that. So we'll start by taking out this main screw that is on the hammer. So this is the problem. So see how this is kind of loose and it's dangling a lot. It still is able to be pulled back and have a nice bang, but it's loose, so it needs to be tightened. So we take that off. Boom. Don't worry, I know I don't have a cup with me, but they're right there, they're not going to roll away. So now we've got that off. Now there's two little screws on either end. Take those off, if you can see. We're going to take those off here and here. Now you take the plate off. Now you'll see this. You'll see a little wheel, and there's it's attached to a spring inside the wheel that then shoots this way. So you don't really have to move anything. If everything's in place, you're good. If it does come undone, if something happens internally, this is how you can get to it and realign it. But I'll just show you, even though we don't have to do it. You pull the trigger to release this. And now this, with a little bit of finessing, should be able to just pop right out. So now you've got a hole with the trigger. There's a pin going through it, so it'll hold the trigger in place. But now what you've just pulled out is this, with a little spring that fits in the back. So if that's how you can oil, clean, whatever you need to do with these. So put that in the back there, just pops in. Then put it so that this wire is heading down the handle of the pistol, with this part where the screw goes in facing out towards the outside of the gun. So you slide it in like that, and then bring the trigger up and put it so that the trigger fits into one of the notches. See? Boom. Now hold it in place with one finger behind the trigger so that you're not going to lose your spot. Then take the hammer again and put it on your whatever the hell this thing's called. Now that you've got that in place, ratchet it back a couple times. That'll tighten it. You can get it as tight as you want. I'm going to go for 3 clicks. At that point, I'm going to take this out. Feels pretty good. Maybe one more. Nope. I just pulled the trigger and undid all the work I did. Be sure that you don't pull the trigger. So you're kind of tightening it so that even when it's in its relaxed position with the hammer down, that the trigger is still engaging with the spring, so there's still some tension there. That's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get like the starting point for the trigger. So put it on. Maybe there. I'm feeling where it is. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. That's about good. That's pretty good. You can feel it with the trigger. And then you're going to put the plate back on. And put all the screws back, going backwards the way we came. Grab the wrong screw. That's one done. I'll line the second one. Great. Now, place the hammer on it in the down position, like that. Okay? You don't want to make, this is really important, you don't want to put the hammer here. You want to put it, when you put it back on, make sure it's in the down position. It'll slide right on, and then put that screw back where it came. And this should be the last screw. So we're only dealing with 3 here, 1 for the hammer and 2 for the plate. So there you go. Trigger is a lot better. It's not wobbling around anymore, and now it's tighter. And that is how you fix a loose trigger or some crappy little springs. And also, that's another way, if the spring ever breaks or anything like that, you can get in there, find the part, and go to a hardware store, maybe buy a new spring, and fix your own pistols now. Happy shooting.